MODELMIND72. What's up, guys? Got a special series of vids I want to introduce to the community that are very near and dear to my heart. I'm going to call them survivor builds. Basically, all the models that I've built during my life, most of them didn't make it through life circumstances. Most of the models, they were either destroyed or got lost, or something happened to them to where they didn't make it. So I only have a very few limited models that actually, that I built, years ago that are still around today. So this particular model right here is one of those models that I call a survivor because it made it. It made it to the channel. I'm so honored to be able to bring this particular model to the channel. Um, if anything, it shows kind of like where I was at the particular time that it was built, and where my mindset was. This is a 20-year-old build. Okay, so it's a monogram 1971 Plymouth Barracuda. Okay, 124 scale. I'd love to actually get they repopped this Revell repopped this particular model just recently, and I'd love to get it again and like rebuild it again today. As far as revisiting this particular model, because I really enjoyed building it back then. I'm gonna go over a couple of aspects of the model. So if you enjoy any of old school builds, stick around. That's what this episode's about. So survivor builds. All right. So I'm not going to have too many of these vids because there's not too many that survived, but I will definitely try to get each one up on the channel for as far as the hardcore modeler guys, they really appreciate these type of vids. I really appreciate these type of vids when I see you guys bring stuff that you built years ago to the channel. It's always a really interesting video, and I can tell by the videos that you guys really are sentimental about those pieces. This one is no different. I'm very sentimental about this piece. Let's give some history on the background of this particular car. Um, During the early 90s, I came up with the concept of actually, racing model cars, the plastic model cars. Okay, and I had a track that I built, and I would build two cars, and I'd put them side by side, and I had a gate that I released, and it was gravity feed system, and it was basically who got down, to the finish line first won. This car right here is the number one car in the pro, uh, the tubbed out class. So basically, any tubbed out car could enter that class. It was basically an unlimited class as long as it was tubbed out. It could be any type of car. So I built a few of those to race in that category, and this one right here, hands down, was the fastest one. It does roll. I got a penny under the rear wheel so it won't roll off the thing, because I mean it really loves to roll. I mean it is super fast, super fast. But this was the champion, time and time again. I've tried to build cars to beat it in hopes of beating it, but it shut them down each time. So this was the champion. Um, let's talk a little bit about the build here. Basically, the body is the monogram '71 Plymouth Cuda, Barracuda. It's naked styrene. This is actually the purple. It came in a purple pot plastic, which I just buffed out, and I mean I loved it. Decals actually came off of it was a Pro Stock Oldsmobile. Most of these graphics came off of out of that kit. There are, the marker lights. I detailed the marker lights and stuff like that. Some of the, like the CUDA on the rear here, and the grill, stuff like that. And the firewall, the batteries picked out. I can see stuff like that. But this model right here, it really was built to race, And I mean, it's a true race car. I mean, I raced it many times, and had so much fun with it, and just displaying it on the shelf. It displays excellent. It's an excellent display, model of a really nice race car. The chassis basically consist of the AMT 1966 Pro Street Nova. It's modified a little bit as far as the front suspension goes. The rear suspension basically is the stock suspension that came out of the kit itself. The rear tires are my favorite Goodyear drag slicks I'm always talking about. Those are in that Pro Street kit. But they're actually, the funny thing about that kit is that kit, it says it's a Pro Street Nova, but actually the wheels are drag slicks. So I don't know if anybody ever noticed that or not, but it's really not a Pro Street's supposed to have street legal tires with tread. That's an interesting side note if anyone's ever noticed that. But beyond that, we do have the Goodyear drag slicks back here. The front wheels are Mickey Thompson's that came out of the 1970 Dodge Coronet, and actually these center lines, the rims front and back, came out of that same kit, the Dodge Coronet kit. The front suspension is basically this car basically has metal axles in the front and the back, and the front setup's basically just scratch built setup with the axle running through, and the engine is a Hemi. It's got a Hemi engine with a lot of different kit parts from it. I know that the two air cleaners and the carbs came from the 66 Nova. Now as far as the supercharger and the rest of the things, it's 20 years, so it's kind of hard for me to see which kit came out of what part came out of what kit. It does have red spark plug wires. I do see that. I did wire it up, but it's got one racing seat in there. No row bar. Funny enough, there's no cage, but just it looks like it's got two parachutes in the back here, two chutes. Got the wheelie bars. The body is a 124 scale. The chassis is actually 125 scale. And believe it or not, when you put these two together, that particular chassis and this particular body, they fit perfect. It was one of those times when it was one of my first kit bashes when I actually took two models, like a chassis out of one and a body out of another, and put them together and it fit. And I was like, wow, it was one of those moments. So if you ever get a chance to put those two kits together, knock yourself out. I had a blast doing it. Like I say, I was going to build some more cars today and race them. I just don't have time to do it, guys. I don't have time to do it. I'd love to, build some and race them again because it was so fun. But I really don't have time. I'm not saying that in the future, it might not happen. I'm not putting it out of the question. I'm just saying right now I don't see it in the near future at no time soon. But so this one being, a kit bash slash, plastic model slash race car, that I actually raced and had fun with, racing and being a champion. It was the champion in this particular class. So a lot of history. It is a true survivor. And every time I look at it, it brings back some really good memories of a lot of fun that I had, with a model. So I'm going to continue to bring some more of these survivor builds because I really just want to get these cars on the channel because you never know about tomorrow, So one thing I do know is, if I get it documented and I get it on the channel, at least I can always go back and look at the video and say, I can admire it from afar if anything should happen to it. Okay, so I'm going to get you a little bit closer look of this particular car. I've always loved the styling of the Barracuda. And I really do want to revisit this build. I want to build it again someday. And now that since they've repopped it, there's really no reason not to get it again and rebuild it again. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it roll this time or not. I think I might actually build it with some of my signature things that I do nowadays. Definitely be a lot lower. This is a really low car. I mean, it really is low, but it's not as low as the cars that I build today. Give you a quick look at the underside of it. Let's flip it up right here. Just a wonderful, wonderful piece. Brings back so many memories, guys. I've had so much fun with this car. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing this Survivor build. And please, leave comments, rate, subscribe, link, share. Big shout out to all my subscribers. You guys are just the most awesome people on the planet. We're all family here, guys. We're all family. And I appreciate, I appreciate that the fact that there are people out there that appreciate the art and the hobby as much as I do. And ever since I've, been in the community and met so many wonderful people, it's absolutely amazing. So my heart goes out to you. Thank you so much for all that you do for the community. And please keep building and please keep making videos and inspiring us to build another model and bring another vid to the channel. Thank you so much, guys. MODELMIND72 saying rock on, build strong. And I'll see you guys later.